Well, Kathy, it does seem like Mr. Gavin Watson has gone to ground. He's definitely not here at the African Global Group's headquarters in Krugersdorp, the building behind me. But as you can see, security has been doubled up. And this is the building where that vault is located, the infamous vault which appeared in the video by Mr. Agrizzi, where Gavin Watson can be seen counting that money, is within this building. And this morning, as soon as we arrived, there was some curious security personnel who came out to ask us where we were from, but they confirmed that Mr. Watson is not here. We have subsequently heard that it is routine for him to stay at this office during the week and then travel down to Port Elizabeth over the weekend, where he has another home. But there are certainly a number of questions that he has to answer, and for now it seems as if he's keeping a low profile.
Gavin, that company finds itself at the center of controversy now, with all the evidence that has been presented by its former COO. What do they have to say about what is being alleged here? Because it all points to what goes on beyond those walls. Even though they might not go by the same name, certainly they've kept the same contracts, and the implication might also be that the modus operandi or the status quo remains as Angelo Agrizzi alleges it has been.
Yeah, that is the implication, but so far we've seen a total media blackout from the African Global Group. We also asked to speak to some of the media liaison officials, but we were told that they're also not available. And in the initial response to Mr. Agrizzi's initial testimony, they said it would take them some time to go through everything that had been said in terms of the allegations. But of course, we do know that that testimony is untested at the moment, and Mr. Gavin Watson and some of the other officials from the African Global Group, formerly known as Bosasa, will have an opportunity to respond to those. But as yet, it seems as if they're not ready to say anything.
And from what you can see, Gavin, does it look like it's business as usual there?
It certainly does seem so. Since we've been here earlier this morning, there have been more than 20 vehicles moving in and out of the company headquarters here in Krugersdorp. Among them, the executives seem to be coming in and out, coming and going freely, but also some of the other contractors from the different government departments where Bosasa, the African Global Group, has contracts. Some of the people that obviously have the contracts of the Department of Correctional Services, where the African Global Group provides food for the inmates. And we do know that the Prisons and Police Civil Rights Union POPCRU has since called on the Department of Correctional Services to cancel their contract with the African Global Group in the wake of the testimony by Mr. Agrizzi at the State Capture Commission. But here in Krugersdorp, at the company's headquarters, there's been no word from them as yet. We have tried to put questions to them, but it seems as if they're not ready to respond to these explosive allegations just yet.
All right, Gavin, let's leave it there for this afternoon. Gavin Whittles, he's trying to track down the CEO of Bosasa, formerly called Bosasa, now Africa Global Operations, Gavin Watson.